You're awake, but you can't move. You wake up in the middle of the night. Your eyes open. You can see your room, the ceiling, the corner chair, the crack of light under the door. But something's wrong. You can't move. Not your arms, not your legs, not even your mouth. And then you feel it. A presence. It's sitting on your chest, heavy, like dead weight. You hear whispers that aren't there, shadows that shift. Something crawls towards you, but you can't scream. You can't even breathe right. This isn't a dream. This is sleep paralysis, a terrifying experience that over 8% of the global population will face at least once. Some people see demons. Some hear growls. Some feel like they're being dragged straight into hell. The line between dream and reality gets blurred, and for a moment, you're convinced something supernatural has entered your room. But what if we told you this nightmare has a perfectly logical explanation, and that your brain, not a demon, is what's really attacking you? Tonight, we're diving deep into the science behind sleep paralysis, and the terrifying truth about why your body betrays you while your mind stays wide awake. Imagine lying in bed, fully awake, and realizing your body won't respond. Your chest is tight, your breathing feels shallow. You try to move a finger, blink faster, anything. But nothing works. Then, you hear footsteps. Slow, heavy, getting closer. But you live alone. Your eyes dart to the shadows in the corner, and they're moving. A tall figure, no face, no sound. Just watching. Or maybe it's worse. Maybe it crawls onto your chest. Stares inches from your face. You feel its weight pressing down, crushing your ribs. You try to scream, but your mouth won't open. Your throat won't work. You are trapped in your own body. Some people see demons. Others see children with glowing eyes, old women, or shadowy hat men that vanish as soon as you can move again. Some hear voices whispering names they've never said aloud. Others feel like they're being dragged out of their own bed into something cold, dark, and not entirely real. What's terrifying is how real it all feels. You're not dreaming. You can see your room, every object, every detail, just like when you're awake. But your mind is caught between worlds, and your brain starts to panic, trying to explain the horror it's creating. It's a nightmare that wears your reality like a mask. And for those few minutes, it's nearly impossible to tell the difference between what's imagined and what might be real. So, what's really going on here? Sleep paralysis isn't just some horror movie event. It's a neurological glitch. And it happens when your brain and body get out of sync during sleep. Normally, when you fall asleep, your body enters a phase called REM sleep, rapid eye movement. That's when most of your dreaming happens. To protect you, your brain actually paralyzes your muscles during REM. This is called rhythm atonia. It keeps you from acting out your dreams. But sometimes, especially when you're sleep deprived, stressed, or sleeping on your back, something weird happens. You wake up before your body does. Your brain becomes conscious, aware of the room, the time, the sensations. But your body is still in REM lockdown. You're paralyzed, frozen between sleep and wakefulness. And that's when the nightmare begins. Why the hallucinations? That's the creepy part. Your brain is trying to make sense of what's happening, but it's still half dreaming. This state is called hypnopompic hallucination, if it happens while waking, or hypnagogic, if it happens as you're falling asleep. Your mind reaches into the darkest parts of your subconscious to explain the fear and helplessness. A shadowy figure, a demon, a presence. It's your brain saying you're in danger, even when there's nothing there. Neuroscientists believe it's tied to activity in the amygdala, the fear center of your brain, firing rapidly during sleep paralysis. That explains the pure panic, the sense of doom, the something's watching me paranoia. Your breathing? It feels shallow because your body's chest muscles are still partially shut down for REM. Your scream doesn't come out because the vocal cords aren't fully online. You're living your worst nightmare, and it's being generated by you. The good news? It's harmless. The bad news? That doesn't make it feel any less real. Before science had answers, stories tried to fill the void. Sleep paralysis has haunted people across every culture, and for centuries, the explanations were anything but medical. In Japan, it's called kanashibari, bound in metal. They believed a vengeful spirit was pinning you down, angry at the living. In Nigeria, some believe sleep paralysis is the result of witchcraft, that an evil force is sitting on your chest, draining your life, a curse brought on by enemies. In Newfoundland, they call it the Old Hag, a hideous witch who visits in the night, sits on your chest, and steals your breath. Sound familiar? In Brazil, it's known as the pisadeira, a crone who walks on rooftops and attacks people who sleep on their back after a big meal. And in Thailand, it's a Phi Am, a ghost who immobilizes people in their sleep and whispers dark things into their ears. The stories are different, but the symptoms are the same. Paralysis, fear, the overwhelming feeling of a dark presence. What's shocking is how consistent the experience is across the globe. These cultures had no contact, no shared science, no Reddit threads, and yet they all describe the same thing. A dark figure, a weight on the chest, the inability to move or scream. That's the terrifying beauty of sleep paralysis. It blurs the line between personal nightmare and collective myth. Is it just biology? Or is there something older, something deeper lurking inside these episodes? Because even with all the science in the world, people still swear what they saw was real. The good news? You're not powerless. While sleep paralysis feels like the ultimate loss of control, there are ways to reduce it and even fight your way out. Start with your sleep. Most episodes are triggered by sleep deprivation, irregular sleep schedules, or excessive stress. Try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night and keep your bedtime consistent, even on weekends. Avoid sleeping on your back. It's the most common position for triggering sleep paralysis. Sleeping on your side drastically reduces the chances of it happening. Watch your breathing. If you find yourself mid-episode, focus on slow, steady breaths. You might not be able to move, but you can control your breath, and that helps ground your brain. Move something small. Try wiggling your toes, blinking hard, or clenching your jaw. Small motions can unlock the paralysis faster than panicking. And most importantly, don't fear it. The fear feeds the hallucination. If you remind yourself this is sleep paralysis as it's happening, you gain back a bit of control. It won't stop the terror entirely. But sometimes, knowing what's happening is enough to break the spell. If you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, you know it's not just a bad dream. It's real. It's terrifying. And it makes you question everything. Your mind, your body, even reality itself. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're not cursed. And you're definitely not alone. Millions of people experience this. Some once. Some for years, but all of them felt the same fear. So you made it to the end, but what if tonight you don't wake up alone? The shadows move, the door creaks, and something is watching. This is Terror Tales, where nightmares breathe.